Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a nice warm welcome for our first guest tonight, the wonderful Glenn John. Here he goes.
Hello there, good evening ladies and gentlemen. It's been a few weeks since my last performance because a couple of weeks ago I had a bit of surgery on my eye, so for the last year and a bit I've been walking about with one lens in my glasses, so now I've got no lenses in my glasses, but I'm still wearing glasses for one reason. It's to stop the idiots asking me, if I was to walk about without my glasses like this, and then all of a sudden I've got to wear reading glasses. They're going to say, I thought you've had your cataracts taken out, and why are you wearing glasses again? So I'm wearing glasses without any frames, so I can go and do this, So that's something that anybody else wearing glasses can't do, isn't it? So I'm just wearing frames. So on with the jokes before I do a few impressions for you. So tonight, do you like Family Guy, anybody? Yeah? Right, I've got a few new Family Guy impressions. I'm still trying to get around to doing Tom Tucker, the news anchor, the newsreader, as we call him over here. And so I'm not doing an impression of him, but I will do Trisha Takanowa in a bit. So as he introduces the Asian reporter, Trisha Takanowa, into the Japanese she's supposed to be, isn't she? But anyway, I'm with a few jokes there. We just had Halloween, haven't we, just a few days ago. Well, I had a kid come out of the door, and I opened the door and I says to him, because he looked at me and he says, "Trick or treat, mister." I says, "So what have you come as?" He says, "I've come as a werewolf." I says, "Where's your costume?" He said, "It's not a full moon, is it?" Oh yeah, a bit of a groaner that one, but it's a good one. And just think, you know the film Halloween? Can you imagine it if Michael Jackson was Michael Myers? They'd have to rename it Halloween. So that got more of a laugh, right? So of course, there's all sorts of things that's been happening in the news. I mean, we've got Donald Trump, haven't we, who won the US election. So of course, tonight I'll be doing a Donald Trump impression, so that'll be the first impression for you. So get him out of the way, eh? I mean, the Democrats have been trying to do that with these assassination attempts, haven't they? I'm sure Joe Biden must have said something like, "We need to take Trump out," but I think what they meant for a meal. But unfortunately, somebody got it in the end and trying to take him out in a different way. So, so he's literally taking a bullet for America, isn't it? I mean, the first one pierced his ear, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's wearing an earring. It depends what the right ear donates. You know, where you see men wear a single earring. I mean, I think is it the right ear only if you're gay or something? In that case, if it isn't, it'll put a bone through it, like they do in the African tribes. Like a Zulu warrior, for example. Yeah. So it was quite interesting having the cataract taken out. So as the sun would say, I can see more clearly now. But the sun wasn't out; it pissed it down. So that's the irony about it. So I've got a few music jokes tonight. So some musical puns, yes. When Kylie Minogue cooked me curry and rice, I thought never again because I had tears in my pillow. Yeah. And of course,
have you got any drummer jokes?
Any what jokes?
Drummer jokes.
Drummer jokes?
Yeah.
You like to bang on about that, don't you? I'm on a roll now, drum roll. Well, that's all I was on. It was cheese and onion. I misplaced my sandwich. Anyway, and I sat on it. Anyway, so I've had to put my Beatles memorabilia on eBay. Imagine all the PayPal. Imagine all the PayPal. So there you go, that's the John Lennon joke. And of course, hearing, walking along the streets, I heard Paul McCartney call out to his neighbour, "Hey Jude!" I thought, isn't that one of your songs? And two music fans who love the Beatles, they were having an argument about something, about which was their favourite Beatle. I thought, I'm not getting involved, I'm going to let it be. So, and I went to a cafe the other day, and I saw on their menu, Oasis soup. I said, "What's Oasis soup?" They says, "You get a roll with it." I went to a restaurant, and I said to the waiter, "What's this fly doing in my soup?" He says, "A backstrike, I think." He says, "Whatever you do, don't fetch it out, they'll all want one." So that was quite interesting. So on with the impressions for you. So Donald Trump for you. And what I usually do with Donald Trump with Ronald Reagan for a skit that I call the Donald and Ronald Roadshow. And now you're probably wondering, how can Ronald Reagan be in this when he's dead? Well, if you've seen the film Candyman and you say his name 5 times, Candyman comes up behind you, doesn't he, when you look in the mirror? Well, can you imagine it last time Trump was president, on his last day in office? He looked in the mirror and he goes, "Ronald Reagan, Ronald Reagan, Ronald Reagan, Ronald Reagan, Ronald Reagan. Oh, did somebody call me?" Now, both Ronald Reagan and Trump, they're both Republicans. So when I first started doing the two together, I didn't know whether to have them having a slanging match together or have them as like buddies. Well, when I found out that they're both Republicans, I thought, hey, it'd be brilliant to have these as a partner. Whereas Donald Trump's the straight man in it, and Ronald Reagan's the clown in it, the clown comedian in it. So, I'll just have a drink. Yeah, my mouth's dried up like the bottom of a budgie's cage. So anyway, here we go. So here he is celebrating his victory of last night's election. "Well, I told you I was the chosen one, everybody. And I won. Yes, I won. Isn't that right, Ronald?" "Oh, it certainly is. And thank you again, Mr. President." "Well, hold your horses just a minute, Ronnie, because it won't be long before my inauguration day, my second inauguration. I mean, the Democrats were trying to put me on these charges, with all these court cases against me. And now that is a case of having trumped up charges. Yes, the pun is intended." "Oh, wow. Well, that's it. I mean, at least you've triumphed over adversity. We've got something else in common. We've both been survived assassination attempts." Oh yes. I literally took a bullet for America. Not just once, but twice. The first one got me, the second one didn't. So that's the way it happened. And now for the Family Guy impressions. So here we go. So Trisha Takanowa is what in the show referred to as the Asian reporter Trisha Takanowa, and she's Japanese. She's a Japanese character. So here we go. Well, Tom, we are out here in Spooner Street, and I'm standing on the corner of Spooner Street, and it looks like I'm expecting somebody to pick me up, thinking that I'm a prostitute. So we have Bruce and Jeffery, who are a couple of happy homosexuals who enjoy each other's company. Oh yes. Well, Jeffery, with Trisha Takanowa on Spooner Street. What do you say, Jeffery? Oh no. Oh no. I know. And we also have Dr. Hoffman, and we also have Carter Pewterschmit. Now, for those of you who've never seen Family Guy, Carter Pewterschmit is Lois Griffin's father, and they actually address this on the show of Family Guy because they've got the same sort of voice. It's exactly the same voice, and it was quite funny when they actually addressed it because Dr. Hoffman and Carter Pewterschmit, they were. It was really funny how we did it, and it's a bit like this. So I want to turn one side to the other, and it's entirely whether you'll figure out which one's which as I do it. You know something, Carter? What is it, Dr. Hoffman? We seem to have the same voice. Same voice? My goodness, we do. I never thought of that. Yes, I know. Isn't that funny? I mean, I know we're an animated series, but surely there's the same voice for two different characters is a bit strange, don't you think? Well, you should, if you want something strange, you should see my wife. Yes, she looks in the mirror and the reflection runs away. You're having trouble with that, right?
Can you see me behind that, mate?
Pardon?
Can you see me behind that?
Oh, I can see you behind that, yes. Yeah, the cataract operation works. Right, so back to the Family Guy bit. Well, I'd better get back to the hospital, Carter. Yes, you're running out of patients already. What do you mean by that? They keep dying on you. That's almost like Tommy Cooper, isn't it? And I've just noticed the similarity there. So Tommy Cooper is like, often to the doctors. I said to the doctor, it hurts when I do that. He said, well, don't do it. The doctor said to me, go to the window and stick your tongue out. I said, why? He says, I don't have the man opposite. So when the doctor came across, he said, say ah. I went, why? He said, my dog died. So there you go. And of course, everybody's enjoying the Tommy Cooper impression. So how's about the impression of, does everybody like Jay Pasquale? Yes? Jay Pasquale, the squeaky voice comedian. And that is, I've actually met him and watched his show live, and he actually talks about it. So it's quite funny. So it goes like this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it's me, Joe Pasquale. I know a song that'll get on your nerves. Get on your nerves. Get on your nerves. I know a song that'll get on your nerves. Get on your nerves. It's getting on my nerves now. So, I mean, of course, We all remember Ken Dodd, don't we? By Jove, missus, what a lovely day to go running up to the Kremlin and saying it's Lenin. But it's a bit of a political joke, but if you remember, there was a leader called Lenin.
Do you know
What was
any,
that?
do you know any Peter Cook jokes?
Any what? Peter
Cook.
Peter Cook jokes? Oh, you're on about with Dudley Moore, aren't you? He was more of a comedy actor, wasn't he? Where he was just sort of deadpan all the time. I've not seen Peter Cook things for a while. It's a long time since I've seen Peter Cook do comedy. Oh man, yeah, could have been worse. Could have been Thomas Cook, who was taking another holiday.
Can you do any Victoria Wood jokes?
Victoria Wood. I don't have a piano in front of me. Mind you, I couldn't play for toffee. I couldn't. Victoria Wood. It's a long time since I've seen her jokes. But of course, I can. If you want the old ones, I can do Frank Carson for you. Frank Carson. News at 10. So, nah. I even got a joke laugh before I even came up with a joke. Paddy's wife, Paddy is trying to get to sleep, and next door's dog is barking away. And Paddy thought, I've had enough of this. And his wife says, so what are you going to do then, Paddy? He said, I'm going to sort this out once and for all. So he goes downstairs. About 10 minutes later, he comes back. She says, what have you done with next door's dog, Paddy? He says, I've put it in our garden to see how they like to be kept up all night. So, there you go. And of course, who else do we like? Right, let's do the voice requests. Have you got an impression you'd like me to do for you tonight?
Can you do Margaret Thatcher?
Margaret Thatcher?
Yes.
Oh, I've not done Margaret Thatcher for a long time. Well, she should be lucky. She's got more chance than Diane Abbott. So, you know the difference between Diane Abbott and the carpet? At least the carpet gets laid. So Margaret Thatcher. Right, I'll just need a drink. Yeah, it's one of them ones. Right, so here we go. So she talks a bit like this, and Michael Foot has got his foot stuck in his gob again. You know, and that's how, more or less how she sounded. So I'm giving it a go. It's been a long time since I've done a Margaret Thatcher impression. So, and this lady is not for turning. So there you go. Anybody else?
Brian Clough.
Brian Clough. I can't do it anyway. So, I mean, I could do like cartoon characters if you want cartoon characters.
Can you do
Bart Simpson. Bart Simpson, okay. So here we go. I'll tell you what, I'll do, just as an added bonus, I'll do Marge and Homer as well for you. So here's Marge, Homer, and then Bart Simpson. Oh, Homie! Don't, Marge! Just when I'm having another pint of Duff beer. What do you say, Bart? Don't have a cow, man. Cowabunga! So, there you go. So, anybody else? Any more impressions that anybody wants? Have you got any? No? I'll tell you what though, a lot of people tend to like the Star Wars impressions, don't they? And a few weeks ago, the actor who did the voice of Darth Vader passed away, didn't he? James Earl Jones. So, because the original actor, Dave Prowse, who died a few years ago, he's actually a southwest person, isn't he? He speaks with a Bristol accent. So can you imagine Darth Vader talking with, Bristol accent? He'd sound a bit more a bit less threatening than looking at Teletubby going, Yeah. So I shall do the. I forgot which impression I said I was going to do. Right. Oh well, I've lost a thread on that. So, yeah.
Good one.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. Good job I'm not sewing. I've stitched myself up. So anyway, I think that's it for tonight, and I shall return again next week, all going well. So before I finish, do you know how Arnold Schwarzenegger pays for his groceries? It has to be Visa, baby. So until next week, I'll be back.